Welcome to the AKTU Digital Education. Myself, Professor D.S. Rai, Head and Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, BBD, ITM. Today, we will discuss the chapter of traffic engineering, that is traffic capacity. Before going to start traffic capacity, few words have been left in previous lectures, so I will cover it just 1 or 2 minutes. This is the reference books that we have taken, mainly Highway Engineering, Khanna Ingesto, and Introduction to Traffic Engineering by R. Srinivas Kumar. Rest reference book have also consulted for this lecture. Today contents are accident and records, collision diagram, accident investigation and study, traffic capacity, theoretical maximum capacity, density, fundamental diagram of traffic flow, factor affecting practical capacity, traffic control devices, traffic signs. In accident and records, collection of accident data are essential, in which first of all general data are collected. What is the date, what is the month, what is the weather in which the accident was occurred. Next is location, what is the location of the area where the accident was occurred. Details of the vehicle involved, the vehicle which involved in the accident, the details which type of make, type of vehicles, this has to be collected. Nature of accident, whether it is a major accident, minor accident, or some fatality have occurred, or it is a just injured. Road and traffic conditions. Road conditions are also recorded. What is the road conditions, the riding quality, whether riding quality is okay or not. The traffic condition, whether the traffic is mixed traffic, channelized traffic, unchannelized traffic. Next is primary cause of accident. In first instance, what is the cause of accidents occur or seen. Accident cost, what is the loss of this property in this accident, this should be also counted. Accident report, the competent authority about the accident is police personnel. They have to work under the legal offence. So, they should be informed. Accident records, this should be have to collected by the civil personnel as well as the police personnel. Location file, what is the location of the accident? This should be mentioned in a file in a proper way. A spot maps, that is called Nadri Naksha. This should be recorded into the record book. Condition diagram, what is the conditions of that day, that time of accident, that should be recorded. This is the collision diagram, means when the vehicle and a pedestrian collides each other, what is the position, what is the position of the vehicle, what is the position of pedestrian. This should be mentioned in a diagram. Suppose this is the vehicle and this fellow is a pedestrian. Both vehicle and the pedestrian have collided at this spot. So, this should be represented in the diagram. Accident investigation and study. This is the thing that have to be carried out after the accident. Accident investigation that could be carried out by the police personnel, test that could be carried out by the test vehicles, the persons and more and more, and that is analyzed individual accident, so that it could be compared with the other accident, whether the point is the point of accident is causing accident or something else. A statistical analysis of accident that should be kept in the traffic engineering for the future works. Now, come to the traffic volume, traffic capacity. First of all, traffic capacity, in which the words coming traffic volume. Traffic volume is the number of vehicle moving in a specified direction on a given lane that pass a given point or cross section during a specified time. Unit of traffic volume is vehicle per hour or vehicle per day. So, this is the traffic volume. Now, traffic capacity. Traffic capacity is defined as it is the ability of a roadway to accommodate traffic volume. It is expressed as maximum number of vehicles in a lane or road that can pass the given point in a unit time. That is vehicle per hour per lane. See here, traffic volume is the number of vehicles passing through a point of cross section, that and the traffic capacity is the maximum number, means after that the road has no capacity to accommodate any further traffic. This traffic volume may be lower than the traffic capacity. Now, come to the basic capacity. Basic capacity, the maximum number of passenger car. See here, here it is not written vehicle, here passenger car. The number, maximum number of passenger car that can pass a given point on a lane during 1 hour under the most nearly ideal roadways and traffic conditions. So, the basic capacity is the ideal capacity of a highway. Possible capacity, the maximum number of passenger car that can pass a given point on a lane during 1 hour under the prevailing roadway and traffic conditions. So, this is the possible capacity. Here you see, this is the possible capacity. Now, practical capacity, the maximum number of vehicles that can pass a given point on a lane during 1 hour without traffic density being so great as to cause unreasonable delay and traffic conditions. So, these are the basic parameters as far as traffic capacity is concerned. Now, come to determination of the theoretical maximum capacity. That could be found out by C is equal to 1000 V oblique S divided by S, where C is the capacity of a single lane vehicle per hour, V is the speed in kilometer per hour, S is the average center to center spacing of the vehicle. So, here S is equal to S g plus L. S is the minimum space headway, S g space gap, and that is V t. V is the speed meter per second, means speed of the vehicle. So, this could be written as 1000 into 6 divided by 60 into 60 V t. So, it will be 0.278 V t, where V is kilometer per hour. T is the average reaction time in second. Often it is assumed to be T is equal to between 0.7 to 0.75, depending on the age group of the person. L is the average length of the vehicle. So, C will be here, C will be 1000 st, where st is the minimum time headway, here a space headway, there was a space headway. So, see here, this is one vehicle, ahead this is the another vehicle, this is the length of the vehicle, and between these two vehicles there is a gap, and this gap is S g. So, S will be equal to S g plus L. L is the length of the vehicle. Now, density. Density is the number of vehicles present in a stated length of road at an instant. It is expressed in vehicle per kilometer length of road. It is also called concentration. It is represented by K. So, this is the diagram between the flow and density, and this flow and density diagram is a parabolic. So, see here, this is the flow and this is the density. Density means concentration, concentration. When there is a jam, this is the maximum concentration. So, it is called jamming concentration. This is the K0, where this will be equal to Kj by 2. The fundamental diagram of traffic flow. So, it is also called QK curve, where flow concentration relationship is parabolic. Parabolic means y is equal to ax square. If K is equal to K jam, then Q will be 0. If there is a concentration is maximum, means jamming concentration, there is no movement of vehicle at all on the highway, in that case Q will be 0. If K 0 is equal to K jam divided by 2, flow Q will be the maximum. So, Q maximum will be equal to K jam into Vs, means free flow speed, divided by 4. So, that will give the maximum flow at that conditions. Factor affecting practical capacity, lane width. if the lane width is reduced from 3.5 to 3, then the capacity is reduced to 76%. Likewise, lateral clearance, if lateral clearance from the edge of the road is 1.8 meter, then there will be no effect at all. But if the lateral clearance is less than 1.85 meter, in that condition, that will affect the capacity of the highways. Width of the shoulder. If width of the shoulder is proper, then the capacity will increase automatically. Means this is the psychological factor. When a driver driving a vehicle, he can pull his vehicle at the edge of the carriageway, because he knows that there is a shoulder, proper shoulder. So, the capacity of the road will automatically increase. Commercial vehicles. Commercial vehicles, the speed of the commercial vehicle, movement of the commercial vehicles is such that affects the practical capacity. Alignment, if the alignment is straight, then the capacity will increase. If the alignment is say in curve, then automatically the speed of the vehicle coming on that highway will decrease, and finally decrease the capacity. The presence of intersection at a grade. If there is a intersection at a grade, of course, psychologically and physically also the speed of the vehicle will reduce. Just see whether there is a passage for the vehicle at that cross section or not. So, this will also affect the practical capacity. Other factors means climatic conditions are also affect the practical capacity of the highway. Now, come to the traffic control devices. This is used to control, regulate and may guide the traffic. This is a very useful part of the highway. These are categorized under sign, signal, marking, islands. Traffic signs used to regulate traffic by imparting message to the driver about their need. This should be backed by law in order to make them useful and effective. This is the provision in the Motor Vehicle Act. If there is any violation, then that will be legal offence and action could be taken by the police personnel if anyone is violating the law. Then the principle of traffic signs to be installed only by the authority of law, proper enforcement measure to be impart a sense, to be put up only after the sufficient traffic study. Traffic study is must before you are going to put up any type of signs. Excessive use of signs should be avoided. Otherwise, driver will only see the sign and the mind of the driver will divert from driving to the looking the boards. So, that should be avoided. Now, traffic sign. There are three types of sign. One is, the first is regulatory sign or mandatory sign. This is mandatory. This has to be followed. If anyone going to violate this sign, this is the legal offence and action could be taken by the competent authority. So, regulatory and mandatory signs are meant to inform the road users certain law. regulation and prohibition. The violation of these signs is a legal offence. See here, the stop sign is the mandatory sign. Right turn provided, slow, give way, speed, straight go. These are the mandatory signs that are there. See, the stop, this is the most important sign. It is a octagonal sign having total 900 mm width. The base of this plate is painted with red and the border is of white color, and in which stop is written. Like other, if the signboard or signage is a triangular, means that is also one equilateral triangle, then one of the arms is of 900 mm, which is painted with white and border is with the red. If there is a circular sign, so the dia of the circular sign is 600, which is base is white and border is red. So, this is the regulatory or mandatory sign. Now, warning or cautionary sign. This is used to warn the road user of certain hazardous conditions that exist on or adjacent to the road. Is it? The second is warning signs are the shape of equilateral triangle. Here is the signage. This is 900, is painted is white color and border is of red. They have white background, red border and black symbol. The warning sign are to be placed 120 meter, 90 meter, 40 meter, 60 meter, 40 meter and 50 meter respectively on national highway, state highway, MDR, ODR, village road and urban road. Now, come to the informatory signboard. Informatory signboard is used to guide the road user along the route, destination and distance to make travel easier, safe and pleasant. Nowadays, roads are constructed with very high specification. Speed of the vehicles are even beyond 100 km per hour. Riding quality of the highway is too good. So, the authority is now providing different utilities along the highway, but it could be easily known to the driver or the passenger, say 10 kilometer, 20 kilometers, whatever way, 100 meter, 200 meter, that these facilities are available such distance ahead. So, the group under the following subhead, one is direction sign. when we go anywhere and if there is no direction, then we are in position to just see what is the position, why it is not looking that no direction signboard is placed here. What is the direction, where I have to go, where there is no such problems. So, direction signboard is a informatory sign which is placed along the highway. Say this is the informatory signboard, this is say Delhi, is it? This is the informatory signboard, means direction sign. This place is located from this place to at such a distance. Say this is the one thing is important, if you are going somewhere and you have no directions and your mobile is off now, then how you will call anyone for help? So, there should be a sign of telephone, so that one can at least inform to the nearest person that this thing have been happened on this road and the location of the things are such and such. So, say there is a something happened, say somebody has some medical problem, not only a accident, some others are causes which needs hospital or some first aid, then there should be some sign. There should be some sign which will help the passenger that from that distance to that distance there is a hospital or first aid station where he will get some advantage or something extra which is highly needed at that time. Say this is the, if there is this sign, then anyone can take refreshment. So, this is the informatory signs which are placed along the roads, so that driver and road users could know the things or facility available on the road. Thank you very much.